save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other. 3 things. 1, clean up the corruption of the agencies, particularly the conflicts of interest that have turned those agencies into captive agencies for the pharmaceutical industry and the food industry, the other industries that they're supposed to be regulating. Number 2, to return those agencies to the gold standard science, the empirically based, evidence-based medicine that they were famous for when I was a kid. And number 3, to make America healthy again, to end the chronic disease epidemic. And President Trump has told me that he wants to see measurable, concrete results within 2 years in terms of a measurable diminishment in chronic disease among America's kids.
You're being taxed. All government spending is taxation. So whether it's direct taxation or all government spending, it either becomes inflation or it's direct taxation. Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that. We're going to get the government off your back and out of your pocketbook. And America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
From our government, we will drive out the globalists, we will cast out the communists, Marxists and fascists, we will throw off the sick political class that hates our country, we will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
Before we go too far, I've got something to tell you.
You'll find out. Play YMCA. Go ahead. Let's go. Nice and loud. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. It is May 28th already of 2025. This is crazy. So we're just moving right along. But hey, how are you guys doing? I see a lot of you in the chat. Good to see you all. And there was a comment that stuck out to me while the opening was playing from Raven's Wings 33. I love what you put in the chat this morning. With so much darkness being brought into the light, be grateful and know you are where you need to be. That is so beautiful. That I love that. I just went right to it, and I'm like, I have to share that. So thank you so much for spreading your love and your light out there in the chat for everyone. So this show is for everyone who is watching now, and even if you watch it later, you can leave your comments down below this video, and I'll include them in Friday's show. Now, Wednesday's a little bit different because we will do interpersonal questions as well as political or whatever you want. Wednesday is like whatever you want. So that's what we're doing. I have a lot of questions that I added to the queue in the banner section. So we're going to pull those up. And then I'll be going right into the chat, and I'll pull your questions after we do the requests that you guys left underneath the video on Monday. So before we do that, though, I have a very, very special shout out for Little Miss Kinsley and Little Miss Caroline out there. I know you guys are watching. So they are so adorable. So Lissa Hetrick out there, I know that you guys are all together. And so these are little babies. They're 2 and 3, I think, 2 and 3 years old, but they're watching. I might have gotten their ages wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they watch all my shows, and I think it's adorable. So I've seen the pictures. I'm not going to hold up the pictures because of YouTube. You can't really do that. It'll copyright, or not copyright, but they'll take you down. They don't like little kids on the screen. So, but anyways, Kinsley and Caroline, thank you guys so much for always watching. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. Sweet little pictures. Yes, little bitty tiny fans out there. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I wanted to do that special little shout out. Also, an update on Miss Maggie out there. So shout out to Maggie. She's doing much better. So our prayers did help her tremendously. And she was saying thank you to all of you who prayed for her on Monday. She pulled through. She's doing well. So that's awesome for Miss Maggie. And then speaking of healing, I know we're going to get into med beds too. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Big pharma, get into that a little bit too. We have a lot to go over today, a lot. Even the palms, I'm going to read the palm readings, the things that I found between Elvis Presley and Trump, our President Trump. There's a lot of similarities, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to do that as well. We're going to do all your questions. We have a lot going on. But I want to play this clip. Benny Johnson posted it this morning. And it's about Big Pharma, and it's good news, and it's RFK. So here we go. Let me share this real quick. Whoops.
Junior, your HHS secretary, and I'm here today with NIH Director Dr. Jay Bhattacharya and FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty Makary. I couldn't be more pleased to announce that as of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule. Last year, the Biden administration urged healthy children to get yet another COVID shot despite the lack of any clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children.
That ends today. It's common sense and it's good science.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
We're now one step closer to realizing President Trump's promise to make America healthy again.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
All right, so hopefully YouTube, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, it's all over the place now. And it's also on Benny Johnson, so hopefully we'll get away with it too. But anyways, that's something I wanted to play. That's good news, really good news, that they're not going to be able to push that anymore. Wonderful news. And then also I want to get into more about, I know you guys are all, I had so many questions about med beds in my emails. It wasn't below the video on Monday, but it was in my emails. So we've talked about it before. Yes, med beds are real. Where I stand, a lot of you wanted to know where I stand with it. I believe in them. I know they exist. They are available, but they're not available to us quite yet. But what is available right now is high frequency technology that is already there, is already available, it's already activated, it's already happening. So they've implemented it. There's already frequency technology that we can use, and it's a part of the med beds as well. The med beds have all that and more. So, but what I want to share with you is Miss Lissa Hetrick. Okay, so I've promoted her before on the show. So her beautiful website, here we go, we're going to pull it up, divinepowerfulhealing.com. But what I want to share with you about what Lissa does, it's phenomenal, number one. I didn't expect my my healing to work as fast as it did, but it did. It balanced my hormones, fertility hormones completely. And it's fascinating. I can't wait to see what else it's going to do to help me. But it's also helped a few others. I believe they're in the chat, and feel free to put your reviews out there, guys. It's helping people to stop smoking, stopping with addictions. There's so many things. It's not just a one and done process, of course not. But this actually helps you. It helps you to activate the healing within that you can heal yourself. But the frequency, I think, kind of superloads it, makes it happen even quicker, activates you. It's kind of out of this world that I can't really explain at all. it's magical, in my opinion, sort of like the med beds are. Everything that we've heard about med beds, absolutely, I believe it. But they're just not in our hands yet. We can't really do it yet. But what is close to us right now is the frequency technology. So it's like baby steps. They're giving us a little bit at a time of what's available, and that's great. But I think that it's to teach us and show us and awaken us to realize that we can heal ourselves. So I'm just so pleased, and I'm so excited for all the stories, the progressing of all the stories that I'm hearing. People stopping smoking, addictions, my thing with the hormone imbalance stuff, all that's actually fixed. I just found out yesterday that it's all in alignment and everything's a go. So it's amazing. And I spoke to Lissa about a week ago. So it only took about a week. And then I was surprised to hear some good results, some good news. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Lissa Hetrick, shout out to you. Thank you so much for everything you do and for the Soul Tribe as well. So if you guys are out there and you're in the chat, you've already had care from Lissa, go ahead and leave your reviews either under the video in the comment section so more people will see it, or right now in the live chat. Right now in the live chat, it's only really the people that are watching, unless you're one of those that replays the live chat. But I think that there's more to be seen if you leave a comment down below the video. But she's phenomenal. I'm very, very excited to see what else happens. And I will share everything about mine coming up on a show that I'll be doing with Lissa. She's going to demonstrate, how it really works. And also, I'm going to share and be open with my information. So it's going to be pretty cool to share. But yes, and then Ricky Green's out there saying that the frequency therapy somehow balanced something inside his body. He's happy with the frequency therapy at Lissa Hetrick. Yes, absolutely. And a lot of you have had help out there. I know Connie has, and a few of you others. I don't want to call you out, but unless you do it on your own. But Connie Phillips, yes, healing from decades of beliefs of untruths, absolutely 100% magical. Lissa has the real deal healing modalities. Yes, she does. Absolutely. Definitely. I mean, the healing frequencies are at our fingertips. We just have to try it. And some of us, like even myself, I've had frequency healing before. Yes, and I've promoted someone else on here as well. But it was different. Everybody is offering something different because there's so many different technologies out there and different ways to do it. I know Lissa has a voice frequency healing as well. You record your voice and then she does her magic with the frequencies. So amazing. Once we have her on here, she can explain it a little better. But I am just so excited. And Raven's Wings, getting in touch with her on Friday. Very good. Yes. And you know what? I'm learning that it's also like psychological too. So it kind of gets to the root of the problem without you even knowing it right away until it kind of sinks in, and then you realize it's phenomenal. It's higher power. That's all I could say. It's a higher power. But I wanted to share that. And then towards the end, I have something else to share with you guys that's really, really awesome and beautiful as well. But let's get into it. We're going to move in with the questions. All right. So now we're going to get into the questions that you all had left on Monday's show. And we're going to start with Connie's. Connie has one, of course. She's always got questions. Miss Connie is asking, will Jared Polus, governor of Colorado, be ousted soon? Okay. Is it an actor, clone, NPC? So let's see all the details. Let's see what comes through. Will Jared Polus, governor of Colorado, be ousted soon? He already has been. Okay, Page of Wands. So what you're seeing is a definite, I would say what you see is a clone more so. That's what I'm sensing. Four of Pentacles and the Strength card. But these clones aren't going to last forever either. They are not going to always be around. But absolutely, will the clone be taken out? Yeah. King of Pentacles and then the Justice card. Yeah, and so when the big reveal happens, which there needs to be a bigger reveal, most of us are all aware, unless you're just newly waking up, and that's fine. But most of us are pretty much aware that there's so many clones out there, NPCs. Even my mom mentioned earlier this morning, there's more of those, she believes, and I believe too, more NPCs, clones, all these other whatever creations. They probably have more that we don't even know of out there, more than the human race. Is very likely. So all of this will come to the surface. Okay, they have a lot of, what I've channeled is that there's so many labs. There's been so many labs for centuries hidden underground where they create these things, these beings. Okay, so absolutely. But yes, Connie, your answer is a yes. Thank you for your question. Next, we have from Ruth Boyce. Okay, for those of you that are newer to this, the show, The Style, these questions on banners are from under the video on Monday. So every video I do with you guys, you have the freedom to write your questions down below, and I pull it up on the screen at the beginning, so you don't have to wait, or you could do it live in the chat. But here we go. Ruth Boyce, is it true that if you are here illegally and you have a visa and or green card, does this give you the right to stay in this country? Well, Ruth, I think maybe you're a little confused, or maybe it's not worded correctly, but just to clarify, you are not illegal if you have a visa or a green card. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be legal. If you want to be here, you have to be legal. So they can stay here if they do it the proper way and they don't have a criminal record or drugs or terrible things, violence behind them. But absolutely, they just have to go about it the right way. That's all it is. I don't know if you're a new viewer here or not, but welcome and thank you for your question. But yeah, you have to do it the legal way. We have some beautiful people from different countries, and they do it the right way. They do it through, they go through it and they do it. But thank you for your question. I appreciate it. And also, we have Jay Rocco in the house. Good to see you. Haven't seen you there for a while. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the super chat. I'm clicking on it, but it's not going on a banner. That's strange. But thank you. I see your comment here. It says, thankful for you in pursuit of my gifts. I realized I was seeking God. Now I only seek him. Hard for many here to understand, no longer burdened with smelling, disease, and cancer in others, but now understand energy and essence. Please confirm. Wow. And for those of you that don't know, so Jay Rocco, he's always been a supporter since the beginning, my other channel as well. But he has a gift of scent. He smells things. And just like he mentioned in this question about smelling disease or cancer, he was able to do that, illness. Okay. But anyways, let's do this confirmation for him. He sent a super chat. For some reason, it's not going on in a banner. I don't know why. StreamYard is the software I use, and I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, he is no longer burdened with smelling disease and cancer in others, but now understand energy and essence. So here we go. Let's confirm that. Is this correct? Here we go. 9 of Cups, the 2 of Swords. You also have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, you've kind of leveled up in a way. Not that scent is below what you're doing now, but I feel like it was a build-up. So you have the 9 of Cups as well. You're more comfortable where you stand now, spiritually and with your gifts. You've always had confidence, but I think that you have more confidence now connecting with an individual, and it almost just comes to you automatically of what's going on, what's really going on with them. So energy and essence, absolutely. Fear also, because you did get the fear of the unknown with the 2 of Swords. I think that this kind of just levels you up. You have all of that together. You can still use scent, but also energy and essence, and it's just automatic, and it comes to you very quickly. So it's almost a telepathic as well, a telepathic gift when it comes to energy and essence. So I hope that makes sense. But yes, the confirmation is a yes for you. So thank you for being here. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Let's see. We're going to keep carrying on, but thank you. It's so nice to see you here. Let's see the next question from Jean. Uniswap crypto, will it be a long-term or better to swap out? So let me stop there before I go to the next question. Uniswap crypto, will it be a long-term or is it better to swap it out? Here we go for Jean. Long-term, okay, I don't think you have to swap it out. I do feel this will be long-term. Okay, and then your second question. The stock market, many people have 401k in the stock market. Will a crash negatively affect them? Here we go. Will it affect negatively their 401k? Ooh, let's see. 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. No, that's a very balanced energy. Protection is here. So protection and balance would mean that they are protected. They are going to be fine. It's not going to negatively impact them. But I do know that that's been spewed around out there. But I just never believed it. I don't believe that it's going to negatively affect the people. Okay? I don't. Never felt that. Great question, though. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that one. Next from Sandra DX. Sandra DX. Here we go. When will Doge checks be distributed monthly basis? Yeah. Come on now. When is this happening? Let's see. When will the Doge checks be distributed on a monthly basis? 9 of Pentacles. We also have the Ace of Cups, King of Swords. I have to ask for a zodiac time frame. We do have Gemini in here. Hold on. The High Priestess, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands, Page of Wands. It's definitely going to be, I think, June, July, August. June, July, August. I don't know if they're going to do like a 3-month increment, like 3 months in a row, and then some type of recalculation, and then another something in 3 more months. I don't know. Let me ask, is it a 3-month increment? It might not be monthly, because that's what's coming in is a 3-month. It's almost like that chunk of time. What is about the 3 months? Why did I hear 3 months? Here we go. There's something that's going to be recalculated, reevaluated. So we might get it for 3 months straight. And then I think that they're going to reevaluate. Something else is going to happen to where they're like, we owe the American people more. And they're going to have to recalculate. Then they're going to give us more. But I think there's going to be a lapse of time where you'd have to wait for the next 3 months. Quarterly. Yes, Melisande, 11. Quarterly, not monthly. I have a feeling, because that's what I heard was 3 months. So we'll just have to see. But I do expect it to be, I feel, June, July, and August. So we shall see. Thank you for your question. Now we have from Soul Tazer. Are there really other planet beings that share Earth with us? Yes, I do believe. I don't have to pull cards or really channel this one because I have done it so many times. But absolutely there are. There definitely are. And some are shapeshifters and some, like we were talking about earlier, there's clones, there's all different sorts of things we don't even know what their titles are right now. But like I said, there's many labs. There's been many, many labs for over centuries, for so long, over the years, that have created different beings. So yeah, they're sharing it with us, but they're not all good. That's like where a lot of the evil has been bred. They breed the evil. So yes, but thank you for your question. Here's from Sandra Kristen question. Will Tesla stocks continue to increase? Here we go. Will Tesla stocks continue to increase? All right. You might not like it, but it says no. And then the 2 of Wands. So there's even a pause with this Tesla stock too. So it's going to do well. It's already doing well. But then it's going to come to a halt. It's going to stop. It's going to go down. And then it'll have another run. I'm hearing October. I'm hearing October. That's what's coming through. So there's going to be a pause and then a comeback for the Tesla stocks. But very good question, Sandra. Next from Lynn Hutchinson. Could I ask, do you see a house coming forward that suits our needs shortly, as I am running out of time? So as you can see, this is a personal question. So Wednesdays, you are welcome to write personal questions. And feel free when I'm done with these, we can go in, I'll go into the chat and I'll pull some. But from Lynn, she's asking, for Lynn Hutchinson, is there a house coming forward that suits her needs, her family's needs, as she's running out of time? Is it soon? Page of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel, and I'm hearing Virgo season, so they're giving me a time frame for you. It's a little bit longer. We're in June right now. So June, July, August. The end of August is Virgo. That's when it begins. So you're getting Virgo as your outcome. But it is a yes. You will find the right match when it is divine timing. But I do feel it's Virgo for sure. So thank you. Next, we have another question. This was, let's see, where was it? This was from under the video too, but I think I ran out of space, so I didn't put your name there, and I apologize. Let's see. The Australian government intends to tax unrecognized gains, basically tax the potential profit on investment, like on your home or land, that you might make in the future. Will this pass for Australia? Will it pass that Australian government intends to tax unrecognized gains? Yes or no? Transformation would be a no, because this is the death card, technically. Okay, and then we have the new beginnings and the Ten of Pentacles. So there's some sort of renewal for Australia. There's a whole new game plan. So no, that's not going to pass. There's a new game plan set in place. Ten of Pentacles, it's going to be for the people, for the best interest of the people. So no, it will not pass. But thank you for your question. I'm sorry I didn't put your name there. Name for this one is Tabor Miston. So Tabor Miston, a question for Wednesday. We have a governor of Washington State who doubled down on your taxes on everything. How long will you have to deal with this man? Here we go. Washington State. All right. Here we go. How long will you guys have to deal with this governor? So Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So that would mean someone new is going to come in, and it's going to happen. It could be relatively soon. Let me ask if it's this year. Is it before the fall? Because I'm hearing before the fall. Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay, so Libra season. I'm getting Libra season. That this man will be replaced. So it's going to be in the fall. Okay. But yes, for sure. Thank you so much. Next, we have one from Rose 755. What will happen to the Iran situation? Is the liberation for Iran and freedom for Iranian people happening this summer? So let's see. Will there be relief this summer for Iran? Here we go. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and yes. Okay, so this summer, it might not be done by this summer, okay? It's at level 8. Whenever Spirit shows me numbers, it's showing me the 8 of Pentacles. 8 Pentacles are slower. So that's what they're trying to tell us, that it's going to take a little bit longer than this summer. But it's in progress. It's at a level 8. A 10 is completion. So they're almost there, but I don't think by summer, okay? But they're almost there. I would say by the end of the year, more likely. But thank you. Next we have, and the last one is Meadow 406. So Meadow 406 is asking, will the earth overcome the unhealthy practices of big pharma and the unhealthy way we farm and raise animals in the next 5 years? Will the earth overcome the unhealthy practices of big pharma That's one question. Here we go. Well, yeah, absolutely. Completion. It's already showing up that it's done, that it's already done. So it's already near completion. Okay, so absolutely. The unhealthy practices of big pharma. Now, the way that the farm animals are raised and all the injections, because a lot of us know, but some don't, about like all the restaurant chains out there. All of them have a deal, like all of the meat that they cook in their restaurants, all the chains, the stores as well, unless it's like grass fed, of course. So if it's not grass fed, they're all injected. They're all hooked up into big pharma. Okay, so will that all go away, as well as the unhealthy way of the farming and raising the animals within the next 5 years? Will that go away? I feel with that other poll that I just did, it's closer than that. Here we go, but let's see. The tower, it's already in the middle of a tower moment. It's going down right now. So a lot sooner. I would say that it's already in progress, for it to completely be wiped out and all of the farms to be, gone, the bad ones. It's going to obviously takes time, but it's in progress is what I could tell you. It's in progress. Okay. Absolutely. And then that was all for our questions that were underneath the video on Monday. Now, as I promised, I'm coming into the live chat and I will pull your questions up. I don't really have a set number. It's just going to be an intuitive time frame of how I'm doing this. We're going on 31 minutes of this show already. So I will pull some of you out from the chat, and then we're going to go over Trump and Elvis Presley. We have some things to go over here. And then I have something else to show you as well. So here we go. Let's see who is going to be first. Here we go. I see one about a cat. I love cats. My new little kitten's behind me. So here we go. Can you pull on if your cat, this is for Annette. Is Annette's cat hiding in the house, or did it go out? Did it go outside? Here we go. You know what? I just heard cupboard. Okay, I just heard cupboard. So I don't know if your cat normally hides in a cupboard. I didn't even pull cards yet. To trigger that, it just came through. Go check the cupboards. I don't know if it's in the kitchen or if it's an upstairs bathroom cupboard. I don't know. Somewhere in a cupboard. Just make sure you check all the little spaces. But here we go. Let's ask the cards. We're not asking the cards. We're asking Spirit to help me with the cards. Here we go. Is Annette's cat hiding in the house? Here we go. So that's a yes. Definitely still in the house. Okay. What else? I'm sensing something else too. I think maybe you think that your cat got out because there was a time, I don't know if you had a door open or something and you're just not sure if you saw the cat run out or not. But no, I think your cat is inside. For sure. Let's see. Yeah, New York is helping you out too. Sometimes the kitties hide behind a closet, his cat. Yeah, they like to hide, and they play little games too. They hear you calling them. Sometimes they just don't. They don't want to listen. Let's see. They're funny. Let's see what else is out there. And like I said, it can be personal and it can be any topic. So this is from Free to Fly. Will your credit card bills be wiped out by debt forgiveness this year or ever? Here we go for Free to Fly. Credit card bills, will they be wiped out by debt forgiveness this year, 2025? You have the 10 of Cups, you have Celebration with the 3 of Cups, and you have the Page of Cups. So yes, I think it is this year, 2025, for sure. Especially to get the 10 of Cups right away. I definitely feel that. Great question. I think a lot of for everyone, it will happen. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Catherine Harnett out there. Will the fake Joe Biden's death be announced this weekend? Here we go. Will the fake Joe Biden's death be announced this weekend? Ooh, here we go. The Star card. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords. So I don't think it's this weekend, but it's here. It's very near to us. So let me see if it's the second, is it the first week of June or the second week of June? Probably mid-June. All right, I don't know why, but that triggered mid-June to come through. So I think middle of June. Yes. But thank you for your question. That's a good one. Let's see. Oh, Annette, thank you for the update. Okay, so because I was thinking that like you had a door open or you thought something happened. So the door was open due to a squirrel being trapped in the attic. Oh, man, those darn squirrels. I love them though. They're cute. We're on to this. If you need more help finding your kitty, just email me, starcanashores@gmail.com. Let's see. We have a lot coming through. Hold on. I am getting a little bit lost. Let me go up to the older ones first. I saw some new ones coming in. Cindy Madgraf. Okay. Will your husband be granted full custody and your stepson get visa approval to come here? Here we go. Wow, first card is the Justice card. So let's see how it turns out. Usually that's a good sign. Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles representing your stepson. I love that. And then the Seven of Cups. So there's going to be a lot of hoops that they're going to have you guys jump through to allow him, probably to get the visa and the approval. There might be a bit of a delay with the approval, but yes, it is a yes. There will be justice. This is great. Six of Pentacles working out in your favor. But yeah, expect delays, maybe kind of, putting you through some hoops to get him that visa and the approval. So that'll take time, but it is a yes, absolutely. Now, let me just clarify, is it full custody? And I believe it would have to be in order for him to come. So I feel it's all good, but let's just check. Nine of Cups. Nine of Wands. Yeah, full custody for sure. Very nice. All right. Very good question. Thank you. Let's see. I'm looking in the older ones first. Connie, thank you for bringing this one up to my attention. Very important. I know what it's like when you can't find your house. All right, here we go. Will Kathy Leander find a home soon? Here we go. Kathy Leander, she's going to find her home soon. Here we go. Six of Cups. Yeah, it's just a matter of the deal. There's going to be a really good deal that's going to be made that she's not going to want to refuse. So absolutely. So notice she's getting Cups and Pentacles. Let me find out, is this Virgo or is this Cancer season? Because with the Six of Cups, that could be Cancer season. But let me see. Virgo, Ten of Pentacles, boom. Yep. So more like Virgo for your home situation, Kathy Leander. Yep. But you are definitely going to find the right home. So it's basically June. Okay. So a couple months. But thank you. I'm just looking in the older ones real quick, and then I'm going to go back to the newer ones. All right. I think I pretty much got them. All right. Now I'm going back to the beginning of what you just recently put in here. Here we go. Let's see. I love the Woodpecker Conversation. Very cute. I'm looking for questions. Here's one from Tommy. I like to find things. Is this about finding? Let's see. You had a gold necklace that belonged to your father. The only time you took it off was when you take a shower. One day, when I went to take a shower, I suddenly noticed it wasn't around my neck. Oh, no. All right. Let's see. I feel like it is in your house. So it's not that you lost it outside of the house. Hold on. Sometimes it just comes through, but let's see if anything gets triggered with the cards. Water's, well, yeah, you're in the shower. 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're going to have to backtrack. It was something that you were doing before you took that shower. Something that you were doing in the house before you took the shower. It might be near water, so it might be in your kitchen by the kitchen sink, where you washing dishes or something. I don't know. So you were dealing with something around water. Either it was the other faucet, like a kitchen sink, or you were filling up water for an animal. There's something that you were doing something before that shower. And during that time, that is when it fell off. And I believe it was the clasp. It wasn't anything that you did. It was the clasp. So something with the chain. That's what I'm getting. But it is in the house. Okay. But thank you for your question. That's a very important one. Let's see what else we have here. I'm looking. Oh, CJ Holly. Okay, so now your super chat is here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you have a question, oh, look, yours went up there. Okay. If you have a question, go ahead and throw it out there, CJ. But thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Let's see. Looking for more questions in the chat, and then we're going to move forward with some other fun stuff too. Let's see. CJ, you did mention something earlier. You have a high-pitched ringing in the ears. Has been very intense lately. Is this due to a possible time jump recently? Ah, here we go. I think we had a similar question last week, and I'm interested to see the answer, if it's the same. Here we go. So recently, you've changed your reality mentally. So mentally, your perspective, your belief about something, you've changed and shifted your reality. And I feel Spirit is trying to show you confirmation in that way with the ringing in the ear. Also, if you're speaking to someone near you or giving advice and you're just in the flow of talking, it's channeling through you. And I think Spirit is also, when you're speaking to someone and helping someone, that Spirit's also trying to tell CJ that, hey, you're right on point. So it's a lot of a confirmation for you from Spirit that you're doing the right thing, you're going the right path. If you recently changed something in your life because you changed your mindset, which I believe you did, you changed something completely, and now you're just at more peace, that is confirmation. So that's why you're hearing it more intensely, because you're on the right track. Not that we're always on the right track, because we'll be rerouted, the right way. With some tower moment. But I feel like for CJ, this is more of like more like an alarm for him, or for her, sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Let's see what else is coming through. Jaded Kate, here's a love question. This is like a love reading for Jaded Kate. You're going to a metal festival next month. Will you meet someone there? Here we go. That'll be some crowd, that's for sure. Here we go. Will Jaded Kate meet someone at this music festival next month? Here we go. Well, you have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups party card. So, yes, you will. Plus, you're setting the intentions too. And as long as your vibration, which it will be because you're excited and happy to be there, your vibration is going to match that energy of being very social, just being outgoing in general. Whenever you're social and outgoing, of course, you're going to connect with others. But a romantic connection, I would say definitely with the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. Cups, love, romance, so attraction, absolutely. So yeah. Stay in that mindset. You set the intention, of course. Sandra's asking if she's going to move to the East Coast. Ooh, here we see. Let's see. Will Sandra move to the East Coast? Yes or no? Boom. All right, not at this time. Not right now, but in the future, you're going to have a choice, okay? So let's see what you choose. It maybe next year. There's a lot of planning for you. You've got Taurus energy here, 8 of Swords in reverse. So what that's telling me is that there's a disbelief about something. Like you might not believe about, well, I think you believe it, but you don't fully believe that you're going to have the abundance or something to do so. But once you overcome that fear or it's like a lack mentality, that's when it's all going to happen for you. You just have to plan it out in your mind, plan it out, the scheme, plan out your steps, game plan. And it looks like Taurus. Okay, Taurus of 2026. I see that happening for you, but not at this time. Just not right now, but yes, in the future. Thank you, Sandra. Let's see. And for those of you that would like a personal reading and you don't want to get personal live, I totally get that. Go to Arcanashores.net. All right, I'm going to put that up here. And I do have express readings available as well. Arcanashores.net is where you want to go to schedule a personal reading. Put that down there. But yeah, if you don't want to get too personal on a live show, I totally get it. Or if you want me to, channel information or someone on the other side, all of that is for a personal reading, But yeah, it's all there on my website. Let's see what else is out there. I'm going to pull a few more, and then I'm going to move on to the next subject, what we're going to be doing. Aubrey, nice to see you here, mister. Question, will we be celebrating President Trump's birthday with parades and reveals on June 14th, which happens to be Flag Day as well? Here we go. We got Sage in the cards. Here we go. Will we all be celebrating President Trump's birthday with parades and reveals on June 14th? Here we go. It's a huge turning point. Okay, so June 14th, yes, reveals. Because it's a turning point. Something's going to shift. Okay, talk about a timeline jump. Something's going to really shift. With the Ace of Wands, King of Wands. So that means there's it's not just the reveals, but there's also some sort of news, or maybe that's the because King of Wands is like suddenly all of out of nowhere. That could even be the financial takeoff, gold, silver, cryptos, all that stuff. So something out of nowhere happens. It's really good, along with reveals. So yeah, it's going to be a big celebration. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. That's a good one. And it kind of leads into what I wanted to talk about. So all of you know that I offer palm readings, and over the years, so centuries, and it's old, ancient. Let me get rid of some of these pages here. It's very ancient, the palm reading, palmistry, and you can find a lot of information about yourself, about where you've been and where you're going. Okay, so past, present, future. In our right hand usually displays all of that. Our left is what we were given. But I have found a lot of similarities, and yes, I found this online, but it's all that I could really find that was pretty accurate with the illustration on, how they traced his lines and everything. But I found a similarity, big time, between Trump and Elvis. So I want to show. Now, Elvis was hard to find a super clear shot, but I did find a good one, because you can definitely tell that he's got the M. And I've taught a lot of you already about the M's on our hands. And the M's are not on everybody's hand. It's just not. Not everyone has an M. Some people think they do, but they don't once you really look closer at it. But they both do. The M does represent being here for the Great Awakening. And they both have very long life expectancies as well. Elvis is not dead. I do not believe he is. He's not. I do believe he's in a witness protection. I also believe, and I did discuss this with my mom too, and we both believe that. And I know a lot of you you guys are going to, I think some of you do too, that Elvis possibly has even played because he's regressed. He's used definitely technology, frequency, medbed possibly, whatever it is, off planetary, because I believe both of them are off planetary. They definitely are. But I do believe that there are different versions of Trump, and a lot of you do too. I know you do. But I do think that Elvis has actually played Trump a few times. I do. Maybe more than that. But absolutely, they have very similar lines. They both prove on their hands that they're both living. Okay, so there's people out there that have asked me, is Trump really alive? Because they've heard things other places. But yes, and the palms on our hands do show us life expectancy. Shows health issues as well. So the whole big health thing with Elvis, all that was pretty much staged. I believe there was an actor also playing Elvis. You know, when they were showing him all out of shape and unhealthy. That unhealthy version of him was not even the real him. That was an actor. So, I mean, there's so many things though that I'm finding in the palm reading of both of them. But life expectancy, also the letter M on your hands. A lot of you have them here in the Soul Tribe. You're here for the Great Awakening. You're here as a leader, either whether it's in your community or if it's large stream. You know, like Trump, he is like king of the world. And then you got king of rock and roll too. But they're leaders, and you are too, but just probably in your community or among your family. I mean, leadership is huge to guide everyone, especially the young generation, into the new era, the golden era. Also, the era of immortality, which I do believe in. I do believe because it is promised in the old Mayan scriptures. The age of Aquarius is definitely a part of immortality. So all of that's coming through. It's on the palms of your hands. Yesterday, actually, I got a review. It's not on my website, but it's in my email. I did a palmistry reading on a beautiful soul triber, Michelle. I don't know if she's here, but Michelle. And she has the Star of David on her hand, on her palm. So not only does she have the M, but she also has the Star of David right in the middle of her palm. And it's fascinating. So I'm going to do a huge show coming up very soon. I'm still putting it all together, but I have a lot of you that I even reached out to yesterday, and I said, can I use your hands in my, I'm going to kind of make a documentary about palmistry and how it's been so suppressed and made fun of, and just like crystal balls and tarot and all this stuff, right? But it's all investigative. It's all facts. It's all things from your life. All the confirmations, if Michelle will give me permission to share her email, you guys would see all the confirmations that I did pinpoint from her past and then going on into her future. So I was able to see her childhood struggles, things that happened to her. Intuitively, I picked up on it by reading her palm. But I know that we all can do this because we all carry the God gene within us, Christ consciousness. That's all that we use when you are using your intuition, and when you're predicting things. When you feel it, you say it. When you see it, you say it. Whenever something just comes in, that's why I just say it. There was times that I just don't, back in the past. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to just share it. Say it. If you heard it, if you even saw it, maybe you saw letters, say it. But we all carry that. And that's what I'm going to do with the documentary. I am going to be teaching you guys partially, and also showing the proof of how we're walking around with these maps on our hands. We really are. It gives you a lot of information, especially of where you're going, what you're here for, your life purpose. Speaking of life purpose, Elvis and Trump share a major life purpose. There's a large percentage of that on their hands is about kind of like preaching in a way. And no, I'm not talking about like the preacher Bob Joyce. I'm not going there. But they're both here to be changing and shifting humanity through their voice, through their art, through their skill set, through their presentations, and they both present themselves very well. But also, we both know that we all know that they're Christians as well. So they have a strong belief in God, God's presence, and Christ consciousness that they carried. So it's amazing how identical their palms are, the life expectancy, the proof that Elvis is still alive, definitely, I'm sure, in protection, and definitely he's a performer, a trickster as well. So he's definitely playing Trump. And I don't even have to pull cards on it. This is just me doing a palm reading. I just read it. I see it. I feel it. And there you go. But I do that for you guys as well. That's on my website. So the palmistry is on my website. I will be running that on a special for this week. So after the show, I'll update the website. And there's openings. So I can't wait to see what you guys send in your pictures. You send in a picture of each palm, your right and your left palm. Send it into my email. And then I make you a video of your hand. I put it up on screen and I show you what I'm seeing. And all of it, just like I did with Michelle, who I mentioned earlier. Amazing. That was just the other day, too. And it's funny because my internet wasn't working, and then I had to record her video later. She was cool about it. And I'm glad it happened later because, wow, and I just wasn't expecting it. You know, it was all very divine. But I wasn't expecting to see, and she didn't even know she had a Star of David on her hand until I pointed it out. But that's very rare. And a lot of you out there have very rare markings as well. And I've already asked you guys to be a part of the documentary that I'm going to be making. So very excited for that. But yeah, don't be afraid of it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. There's so many facts and past, present, future explanations in there. But anyways, enough about me and my stuff that I love to do. I want to share someone who is also very creative and has just the knack for creating beautiful things. Healing energy with crystals as well, Organite crystals. I want to share one of her videos here. So she made this beautiful tray for tarot cards, which is awesome. And then she has other things available. So organitedonerite.life, or on Instagram, it's Organite Done Right. Check her out. I'm going to play this one video because the sound is pretty good. Let's play this for Miss Pamela Trim out there. Beautiful, beautiful things. Here we go.
Friends, this is one of my beautiful tarot card reading trays. It's got a lot of power, crystal, metal, and resin. Put your crystal ball holder on it and read your crystal ball. There's a lot of power between the two sides. But what I'm showcasing are these beautiful crystal points. I've got just about every gem you could imagine up there, and they're all going into pyramids. They came in, they had a full sun soak outside. Then they came in for a salt soak. Now they're sunning again, but last night they were in the full moon light all night. These guys are ready.
Gorgeous. All right. So I wanted to share that. And I also want to share her website because Pamela Trim, she's such a great creator. Thinks outside the box for sure. But organitedonerite.life, that's where you can find her beautiful creations. A lot of you have already had these beautiful pyramids and such, all these beautiful things. But Organite does protect you from EMFs, and it's very healing. It's also very powerful for channeling as well, I have found to be. So sometimes I'll just hold one of these crystals and, information comes through. Just like the cards are tools, so are the crystals. So, if you're interested, go for it. Organitedonerite.life. And also, if you guys have, a business that you would like to showcase of your own, self-made, just like Pamela has her own as well. And I have more individuals coming on that I'll get to promote their beautiful creations as well. But if you're interested in that as well, that's all on my website. And I can put you up here too. But very exciting, guys. We have a lot going on. I know I kind of rambled with my palm stuff, but I love that. And thank you guys for the feedback. I want to look into the chat real quick and just see what else is out there. Elvis is a twin. Absolutely, he is. And that's who I think that Bob Joyce is, honestly. The twin was named Jesse. So, to be honest with you, I think that Bob Joyce is probably Jesse. And I know there's people out there that are going to probably argue with me, but that's what I believe. That's what I think. Let's see what else is out there. We're running on an hour already. Wow, went by fast. Thank you, Ricky Green. Yes, you had a great palm reading. Definitely. He's got some different things going on. He has a half moon on his palm, as well as the M. So definitely here for a great purpose as well. Let's see what else is out there. All right. Well, you know what? I think that's a wrap. I really appreciate all of you being here. And I do want to make a note here. I think Connie did as well. Ascent Nutrition on my website. If you guys purchase anything from Ascent, you also can win either a palm reading or an express reading. So keep that in mind too. But I thank you all for being here. And I will see you guys on Friday. Remember, if you want questions answered, leave your questions below Friday's show. This show, and it'll be on Friday. All right, you guys take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.